Hello, I'm Oliver. Here's my video. The concept of my game, AO Shinobi, is an old school platformer with a ninja aesthetic made in Unity, in which the player controls a ninja on the path to saving the land from a released demon, jumping, fighting, and sneaking through levels till he can end the curse, the prototype of which will be running in the background through the course of this video. In designing this game, I made many key decisions over the first week. I decided I want to make a game that I would enjoy when I was younger, like a free Steam game or a web game that I would have played at school or at home when I was bored and didn't have the money for big games. So my audience is roughly 7 to 13-year-olds who want something appealing, easy to get into and free. From this, I also have my platform, as back then I would only play on desktop PC or a flash game website, so I knew what I wanted to develop for. I chose platformer as my genre because it's the game I played mostly while growing up. It's the one that would let me have the most creative opportunities through mechanics, level design, and enemy design, and really let me craft the experience I wanted. I took time to experiment with other concepts, but the platformer's ease of use and building made me feel it was the best product I could make in the given time. Unity was the engine that I saw mostly on the games that I remember liking when I was a kid. So I went back and tried some, and Unity was there. I started out with all my experiments, trying out in Unity, and when I found out the physics and system for the platformers, all my initial trialing was done in it, all my basic models. So Unity was pretty much chosen by default. So I had a platformer for a desktop in Unity for the younger audience. All I needed was a concept or a story to drape over it. I decided on ninjas, because ninjas are awesome. Every young kid knows ninjas are awesome. It's just also a coincidence they're really easy to make and mostly back sprite of a ninja in MS Paint. However, while looking through other assets, I found lots of free and interesting Japanese, samurai-esque kind of music, rain background, light drums. I decided the visual elements of my game didn't need to be that great. I was making a more classic, old-style, boxy 2D platformer, but the amount of free audio available would make it really easy to make the kind of Asian aesthetic I was going for. So I had all the pieces. I made a rough draft of my game that worked fairly well. The gameplay consisted of precision platforming, using climb and double jump, trying to get the best use of these abilities to their full potential. It was challenging, and I could have made the whole game about these mechanics alone, but I decided to go further. I added in enemies, hazards, flying hazards, and moving hazards that added another layer of thinking from the player. This modified my original genre from just platformer to a platformer with some stealth and action elements, but the core of the gameplay is still under platforming using the movement system to your advantage. The main selling point of the game would be its movement system. It's fast, free-flowing, with the ability to gain incredible speeds if used right, in the jumping, in the climbing. It allows for multiple solutions on a very wide array of platforming challenges. If the player is clever with mechanics, they can bypass challenges completely. The combat, while not being part of the system, movement is highly rewarded in it by dodging attacks, and the game's fast nature means that the moving player will always do better than the still player. So the movement system is rewarded there. For the game's ethical concerns, I looked it over and I didn't really find any main ethical concerns. The only question I had was having blood in the game's combat, which having a look over the rating system and such, I decided to remove to be safer. Thank you for your time.